Hi guys, welcome to your monthly dose of life-work balance. In this video, I will help you understand how to read the nutrition facts labels in packaged foods and avoid a lot of confusion to properly nourish your body with the best foods. My name is Sabrina Cadini. I'm your holistic precision life coach and the creator of the Life Work Balance system, helping you live and work better by prioritizing yourself with customized lifestyle changes. If you'd like to learn and see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell to receive notifications every time I have new content for you. When I work with my clients, we always look at what they eat, when they eat, and how they eat. This is because, as you probably know by now, I see food as the foundation for health, together with movement and sleep, because it is information for our genes and it can impact their expression. Considering that in our modern life, people eat lots of highly processed foods with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, chemicals, and toxins, it's no surprise that everybody is sick. They have to deal with inflammation, insulin resistance, obesity, diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and more. This is partly because the foods we eat are not right for our body. Our body has the incredible ability to keep us healthy and thriving as long as we give it the right tools. One of these tools is the right foods. So I help my clients be more aware of what they put in their bodies by understanding nutrition facts labels. A nutrition facts label lists the nutritional content, the serving size, and the calories for a recommended serving of a food product. Also, I educate them on those clever marketing claims such as low sugar or all natural or healthy on the front of packaged foods that they buy. Labeling a food healthy doesn't necessarily mean it's truly healthy for them and for you. Some examples of this labeling include low fat. This means that the product has reduced fat content, no more than 3 grams per serving, but it often has increased sugar to compensate for taste and texture. Light. Again, the product has been processed to be 50% less fat or 1/3 fewer calories than its original version, but it may include added sugars or to compensate for reduced taste due to a reduction in tasty fat. Low carb or keto. Many of these products are highly processed and very similar to low fat foods, containing sweeteners that are not good for you. Multigrain. This may sound very healthy, but the product may contain refined grains. No added sugar. This may mean that the product is already high in sugar and it doesn't make it healthy, or it has sugar substitutes. Natural flavors. Big red flag here, as the product is most likely packed with chemicals that are designed to taste like fruit. Gluten-free. This is probably my favorite. In this case, the product does not contain gluten. However, it's often highly processed and loaded with high-carb flours such as potato starch and with unhealthy fats and sugar to compensate for the absence of gluten. So you need to read those nutrition facts labels. Unfortunately, people, including many of my clients, tend to ignore nutrition facts labels because they're too confusing and they don't know what they should be looking for. Instead, they just read the marketing claims on the front of the package, they check the expiration date and the price. So let's go through a sample nutrition facts label together, shall we? I'll tell you what you should pay attention to so that you know what you're really eating without relying on those marketing tactics. The FDA also has a very informative website for this, and I will put the link to their interactive nutrition facts label in the description box below for your review. So the first thing you want to look at is servings per container. That shows the total number of servings in the entire food package or container. This helps you calculate the number of calories, nutrients, etc. Next, the serving size. That shows the amount of food in that package that is usually eaten as a meal or with a meal, and all the nutrition information listed on this label is based on one serving of that food. Again, this helps you calculate the number of calories, nutrients you're getting, etc. After that, amount of calories refers to the number of calories in a serving of that food. 2,000 calories a day is used as a general guide for nutrition advice. 100 calories per serving of an individual packaged food is considered moderate. 400 calories or more per serving of an individual packaged food is considered high. However, we are all different and we all have different needs. So you have to calculate those numbers based on your needs. The nutrients section shows what you are actually putting in your body, and this is very important. The nutrient profile of any packaged food matters much more than the amount of calories. You should limit the bad fats, sodium, and added sugars, while you should get more dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals. A few things to expand here. First, fiber. The grams of dietary fiber you see on the label are already included in the total carbohydrate count. But fiber is a type of carbohydrate that your body cannot digest. So that fiber intake doesn't increase your blood sugar levels. Therefore, you should subtract the grams of fiber from the total carbohydrate amount to know your net carb count. Fiber is very important in your diet as it helps keep your bowel movements regular, it controls your blood sugar levels, and it helps you feel full. But for some people, too much fiber can exacerbate some gut issues. So talk to your doctor before adding or increasing fiber in your diet. Second, fats. Not all fats are bad. Actually, fat is good for our body to build cell membranes, to absorb vitamins and minerals and more. However, you have to focus on good fats, like monounsaturated fats, including olive oil, avocados, nuts, or polyunsaturated fats, including fatty fish. If you limit the amount of saturated fat and avoid trans fat, you should be in a good spot. One example of trans fat is hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oil, a solid form of vegetable oil that is highly processed, and trans fat forms during that process. Keep in mind that if there are less than 0.5 grams per serving in a product, the FDA allows a nutrition label to list 0 grams of trans fat. But this is the worst type of fat to consume, even in small quantities, because it lowers your body's good cholesterol and raises the bad kind. And then sugars. The grams of sugar are already included in the total carbohydrate amount, and these include natural sugars. They can come from fruit or milk in the product, and added sugars that are added for food processing. And these are the ones you need to limit or avoid altogether if possible, because our body doesn't need added sugars and doesn't want them. I'll come back to sugars in a few minutes. You may also see sugar alcohols under total carbohydrates, and you may find these in products that are labeled sugar-free or no sugar added. However, sugar alcohols are still carbs, and they still affect your blood sugar levels. Therefore, consume them in moderation. Moving down on the label, the percent daily value shows how much of a nutrient in a serving of this food contributes to a total daily diet. Generally speaking, 5% daily value or less of a nutrient per serving is considered low. 20% daily value or more of a nutrient per serving is considered high. Now, this is where it can get very confusing. The percent daily value listed next to each nutrient is based on a 2,000 calorie diet. What I suggest my clients is something that I learned about nutrition years ago, the 5% and 20% rule. Basically, you should aim for a maximum of 5% of the unhealthy components, such as fat and sodium, and for at least 20% of the healthier nutrients, such as vitamins or minerals or also fiber, depending on your gut health. If you pay close attention, you will see that there's no percent daily value for trans fat and total sugars. And this is because there doesn't seem to be enough information available to establish a daily value for trans fat and no consumption limit for a total amount of sugars. However, the American Heart Association recommends a maximum of 6 teaspoons equal to 25 grams or 100 calories of sugar per day for women and a maximum of 9 teaspoons equal to 37 grams or 150 calories of sugar per day for men. This includes all foods and drinks you consume per day, so it's very easy to go over the recommended sugar limits, as sugar is not only in carbs and sweets, but sugar can also hide in foods like ketchup, granola bars, yogurt, salad dressing, and drinks. So it's very important, again, to read those labels. In addition to the nutrition facts label, there is also the ingredients label that lists all ingredients in the product. The list is in descending order of predominance. This means that the ingredient that makes up the most of the product's total weight will appear first, followed by the next, and so on. Coming back to sugars, you should learn all the names of sugar since manufacturers are very smart. If they use multiple forms of sugar, these will be used in smaller quantities and they will be listed individually at the bottom of the list of ingredients. So it looks like no big deal. But sugar is sugar and you will end up eating a lot of it. Some examples are agave nectar, aspartame, corn sweetener, dextrose, evaporated cane juice, fructose, fruit juice concentrate, glucose, high fructose corn syrup, honey, lactose, malt sugar or malt syrup, maltose, molasses, sucrose. The list goes on and on. So I hope this thorough explanation helps you make sense of what you are eating, and hopefully next time you go grocery shopping, you will be able to compare labels from different brands or from similar products and choose the best foods for you. At first, it may take some time to do this homework, but believe me, it's totally worth it for your health. Here are some tips to help you become more aware of what you buy and to nourish your body with the best foods. Tip number 1, I know this sounds obvious, but if you can, avoid packaged foods and processed foods. But if you do buy them, try to buy and use them sparingly and prioritize a diverse range of fresh vegetables and fruits in all colors, possibly organic to avoid pesticides. And don't forget herbs and spices. These foods have potent phytochemicals and antioxidants that your body craves and needs for billions of chemical reactions that keep you healthy. And you know how I love our amazing brain. So these foods rich in polyphenols and antioxidants can boost your brain wellness and function, leading to more focus, better productivity, and optimal performance. I have a booklet called Eat the Healing Rainbow that you can download. I'll put the link in the description box below. The ebook includes a list of foods divided by color group, their properties, and a useful shopping list. And in addition to your vegetables and fruits, focus on fresh and clean proteins such as grass-fed meats, wild-caught fish, pastured eggs. Stay away from hormones and antibiotics and healthy fats. Tip number 2, if you are buying packaged or processed foods, read those labels. The first thing you have to do is to check the serving size, because the entire label revolves around that number. My husband is a great example. When he buys stuff, he looks at the label and tries to understand what that says, and then he comments, "Oh, it's not so bad in sugar or carbs." But then I point out that those numbers are only for 3 crackers, not the entire box, which he usually eats in 2 meals. After the serving size, you want to check the total fats in the nutrients section, because that will also determine if the food is healthy or not. And if you look at the ingredients, you can figure out which types of fats are in there. And then going down the list, check carbs, sugar, fiber, then protein, and all those beautiful vitamins and minerals. Tip 3, the best way to make those nutrition facts label work for you is by working with a registered nutritionist or dietitian to customize a diet with the right amount of calories, sodium, fats, carbs, protein, and fiber that works for you. I'm all about customizations because we're all different and we digest and process foods in different ways. And if you want to dig deeper and discover how your body responds to foods based on your genes, you might consider working with me. Regenerate Your Lifestyle goes beyond traditional coaching by looking at your unique genetic profile. With a simple DNA test that you can take at home, you will receive precious insights about diet, sleep, hormones, fitness, cardiovascular system, mood, immunity, detox, and more, so that you can optimize yourself on all fronts and work on very specific goals. And then with this information in our hands, I can provide actionable recommendations that are easy to incorporate into your daily routine and help you achieve better results faster. No more trial and error. You know which strategies work specifically for you. You can find more information about the program in the info box below, and you can always schedule a complimentary clarity call with me to discuss more in detail and see if this is the best solution for you before you make a decision. If you liked this video and you want to see more, make sure you share it with all of your friends, give it thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell so you will get notified as soon as I have new video content. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to live life fully. See you in my next video.